So we're looking at Brian's 1966 Dodge A100 van, small block, 727, sure grip. So your van is super cool, Brian. Tell us about it.
Let's see, I'll start with where I got it.
Okay.
A friend of mine gave it to me. His family was finished using it. It was up in Paradise, right, you know, even right through the fire and everything. In the neighborhood it came out of, it was the only thing standing in the entire neighborhood.
A recent fire, what year was that?
Oh God, what was that, 6 or 7 years ago? Yeah, don't quote me on it, but yeah, when Paradise burned down, we went back and this thing was up on the little gravel driveway next to his melted Harley and melted house, melted neighborhood, nothing standing, and this thing was just sitting there unharmed. But they were done with it. The brakes were shot on it, barely ran, and so they asked if I wanted a van. My first response was, hell no, I don't want a van.
Yeah, we don't need vehicles.
Then he started talking to me about it, like, wait, it's an A100, you know? Okay, anyway, I'll shorten it up.
I'll look at it.
Yeah, I'll look at it. Well, it was his wife's cousin that was in possession of it, and I got a picture of it, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I kind of like it, maybe a little bit. So then I, agreed. I'll go up there, we'll tow it back, and do what I can with it. And I was just going to turn it around and get rid of it, but yeah, it's kind of grown on me. I actually admit that I actually kind of like it.
Well, it is useful.
And it's very useful.
How
and so
it is.
The background is it was sold brand new in 1966 to a school teacher, music teacher in Los Gatos. And in 1966 he had this fancy idea that he was going to buy this thing and tow an Airstream trailer with it, and not just a little Airstream. So he bought it with the 273, the 727, whatever, I don't know if they came with anything else. And it's got an 8 3/4 rear end with a sure grip rear end. It's got the 11-inch brakes. It's got the heavy-duty suspension on this short little vehicle. Yeah. It's kind of strange.
So yeah, most people would think that you added all that stuff, right?
No.
But this is all original.
And the one thing that was strange is he had it when it was at West Valley Dodge before he took delivery. He had them install a cast iron, 273 4-barrel intake and carburetor on it.
Oh.
And complete with chrome air cleaner, but not the bitchin' valve covers. It's still the low compression 2-barrel motor, but
so it's got commando stuff on it.
Just the intake carb and air cleaner
that the dealer put.
The dealer took it off the shelf,
Amazing.
put it on the thing, and sent him down the road.
And there's the dealer installed air cleaner.
Yeah.
Commando motor. And the intake. So I wonder, do you know what the carb number is?
The carburetor actually, the part number shows it's for a 65 273 4-barrel with a 4-speed.
I mean, that right there, and it is a highly sought after part.
Probably. I just think, it's probably what West Valley Dodge had sitting on the shelf.
That's crazy that would be on the shelf back in the day.
Yeah, it was a part that was a year old, so, who knows what. But, I mean, if you polish this thing up, it looks like brand new, because I think it's just been camping out under this little doghouse all these years. So
yeah.
Even still got the chrome wing nut.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
It surprised me when I got this thing and I opened up the engine cover and saw that. I was like, wait a minute, they didn't put the hypo 273s in this. See, didn't have the valve covers. And then I heard the story. Oh well, Grandpa or great grandpa, he
that's cool.
He said that when he got it at the dealership, it was like that because the music teacher, who should have just stuck to his expertise in music, thought putting a 4-barrel on there was going to help him out. But he needed something with more weight and a longer wheelbase.
Yeah. You needed bigger everything, all the way around for that Airstream.
So yeah, he went from one extreme to the other, from this to a big old Travelall. So yeah, somebody pulled him aside and schooled him on physics. And apparently he lasted less than a month. By the time he hooked it up and he was going to tow his Airstream, he found out that the Airstream was driving the van, not the other way around. Okay. So he turned it in and got an international Travelall. And my friend's wife's grandfather was looking for one of these, and so apparently the Dodge dealership called him and said, "Yep, we got one." So late '66, it went into his family, and it was Had been in there ever since. Was in Campbell, California till 1976. Went up to Paradise. So been up there all that time. You know, the cousin got it, and he removed the back seats, unfortunately, because he's a cabinet maker, and he tossed them. Because see, it's a passenger van, so you get this feature.
Right.
You know, it's a, I guess they call it a sportsman, and I don't know what the commercial one is.
Yeah, that's cool.
But this is a
It
sportsman
goes in
custom.
when you close the door.
So it has all the chrome on it and all the stuff. There's, yeah, I would like to put at least one of the bench seats back in it. Don't know. Yeah, Paradise, of course, there's a gun rack over there, you know, which, you know, requisite. Got to have the gun rack. But yeah, I mean, the motor's getting tired in it now. It's got 160,000 miles on it, but still rolls down the road nice. Yeah, as you can see, I use it to throw all my junk in and just go. You know, it's
and those dog dish caps are highly sought after by the race guys, because or the, you know, the guys building the early B-body race clones.
The Max, I call them Max Wedge cars, but yeah,
right, fake Max Wedge cars.
For.
Right.
So if mine disappear, I'll find somebody local that's built one of those cars.
Right.
Right. But yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it had a roof rack added to it, you know, but yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. I don't know, honestly, long term what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of thinking I'll rebuild the engine. Just, you know, I don't know. I got nothing into it really, but, well, you know, you're the one that helped me rebuild the brakes. Other than just minor maintenance, I haven't really had to do a damn thing to it.
Right.
It shifts nice. The engine still runs good. I can just tell it's getting a lazy cylinder.
So I wonder if they would have put a 904 in these with that didn't have like a tow package or whatever. Probably, huh?
You know, I don't know. I've had someone tell me no, they all came with a 727.
Even the 6-cylinder?
Even the 6 cylinders.
Wow.
But, you know, everybody's got something to say. Whether that's true or not,
sure.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Somebody might know and put it in the comments. Or,
yeah, that'd be nice to know, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know a lot about these things, but the driving position, I know that. These things are crazy. If you get used to driving a normal car, and now you're sitting over the front wheel, going in and out of driveways is weird.
It's weird riding in it.
Yeah, it's got a super tight turning radius.
Yeah,
it's
do a U-turn in one on a one lane.
And I mean, it goes down the freeway just fine. It's, you know, 323s in the back with 15-inch wheels. And I don't know if that's an option, but this has 15-inch rims and 11-inch drums on it. So it actually stops pretty good. I am kind of surprised at how well it works.
Are these bumpers original, do you think?
Yeah, they are. Not these gizmos. Michael, that was the cousin that had it. He put those on there. They're God knows what they're off of, but I just leave them on there. It's just part of the van. When I had it, you know, I first got it, had a spotlight sticking out of the roof, deer hunter, and it had an airfoil on the back with another spotlight. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. But I guess I left everything else as it looks like the day I went to Paradise and picked it up.
Other than the paint on the roof, the patina it's good. I mean, the paint looks great.
Yeah, I mean,
you rubbed it out a little bit.
I just cleaned it. I just washed it. I'll probably do something with that roof in the near future. I don't want the rust. I mean, I'll treat it and I'll do whatever. I've even entertained the thought of sometimes think it'd be cool to paint this thing the original colors, all nice and shiny, and, you know, I don't know, but that takes money, and yeah, there's the problem.
I don't know if we can see anything under here, but we'll try.
Yeah, the trailer hitch was put on by them back then, and it's done really bad. I can't imagine pulling an Airstream. It's just, the welds are like done super cold and dirty, and just, yeah, I wouldn't trust pulling anything with that. So it's welded in there, otherwise I would have taken it off.
Well, let's go get some lumber.
Put our swag in here. right, heavy.
Driving the van. Driving the van.
What an experience. Right.
So I'm looking at these reverse lights, Brian. These don't look original to me. They're glass, right?
Yeah, they're glass. No, those were added. And I believe 66, the first year American cars all had to have reverse lights.
I wonder if maybe these were dealer installed, because they got...
Yeah, they're weird.
Gaskets and...
Yeah, they're just like... I've seen them on like earlier cars. Actually, my friend's 48 Chevy has some on the back that look real close to these. So I don't know the story why or what original ones look like and why this thing doesn't have them. Because I've had these out and it looks like somebody cut the holes. I mean, this is a 66. The VIN number even says so.
So how were they wired in?
They weren't when I got them.
No wire?
No wire. I couldn't find anything.
So just bulbs in the sockets with...
Dude, there wasn't even any bulbs in there. They were just in there and they were all filled with rust and everything.
Interesting.
So I took them apart and I got, I got them going on the bench, and then I ran wire, like I went up the side of the van, up underneath the headliner, all the way to the front, and wired it correctly, put a switch on the shifter. Mm-hmm. There's a provision for the switch on the shifter, didn't have it.
Oh.
So I just made my own little switch.
And of course, the provision for it is probably because, that particular part was used for multiple models back in the day, right? So
all the experts I guess they know that the shifter is the same thing as like a 64 or something B body.
Yeah, same as my Dodge Ca.
Yeah, and I just think it's that plate, the dash plate is different. But they say the actual shifter inside there is. I mean, I don't know about the early stuff, but I read online somebody said it's the same mechanism as the like a 64 Dodge B body.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Yeah, and it has a thing for a reverse light. It has a little spot and a little detent.
It's so weird how the pedal comes up out of the floor like a Volkswagen.
I know. Yeah, they're they're crude in a lot of ways. I mean, you look at the front, you can see the speedo cable, the heater, you can see everything right through the grill. But yeah, the seatbelt beat the hell out of that data plate. You can barely read it.
Yeah. Look at that.
But yeah, it's just it was never considered special by anybody who owned it. It was just, it was a tool.
Use it, right?
It was a tool, man.
Yeah. Well, thanks for taking us out in the van and showing us. It's pretty cool.
Everybody loves to ride in a van.